So this is one handgun that has thoroughly surprised me, to say the least. I'm going to come out and just say it right off before I get into the other stuff and explain my reasoning. I'm going to say right off that in the price point that this is in, for the new market, this is the best choice available. The Taurus G3 in the $250 range, that is the best choice out there in the new market. That's just my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. But and I didn't think I'd say that. I figured, well, I'll get the Taurus. It's $250. As long as it runs decent, then okay, we're good to go. But I really, really like the thing. I haven't done a long range review on it, of course. I haven't put thousands of rounds through it yet. But the reality is, a lot of people that buy a $250 gun, they're not going to put thousands upon thousands of rounds through it. At least not for a very long time. That's just kind of the reality of it. Some people do. So more on that as I go down the road with it and kind of put some round count into the gun. We'll see how it goes there. But the dang thing, I mean, everything about it, I was really surprised. It is 17 round semi-automatic striker fired, and I already did a video just recently on this, kind of went over the specs a little bit and just kind of talked about it. But this thing is a flat shooter, low recoil, very consistent, very accurate, easy to manipulate, feels good in hand. The thing is a joy to shoot. I was really, really surprised. So I have to say, if Taurus keeps this up, if they keep putting guns like this out and they keep doing a little bit of a better job with their customer service, they're going to turn things around as far as their reputation is concerned. This is a great and top choice for a $250 gun. It comes with a 17 round mag, which is in here right now, and a 15 rounder. I'm actually planning on getting another one of these in black for my wife, so that way she can have one. I like the FDE, and she doesn't mind it, but she's more of a just straight black when it comes to pistols, or like the black with the offset two-tone, with the silver two-tone and whatnot. That's kind of her thing. But everything about this I like. Actually, no, let me back up. The only thing I don't like, but I understand with the $250 price point, it doesn't bother me, is the sights. I prefer a different sight profile, more of a ledge on the front of the back sight here. That's just me. I'll probably replace this with either fiber optic sights, or if I can find some night sights on the market for this, I'll look. I'll do some research and kind of go from there. But that's about the only thing. The standard factory sights, they don't really do anything for me, but they work. They're fine. Everything else, I don't even mind the safety. It's not needed on a striker fired, not at all, but I don't mind it. It's very easy to manipulate. If you're used to shooting AR-15s, this ain't going to be an issue. Not at all. So it's just a training deal. If you're not used to striker fires with the manual safety, just do repetitions and you'll be just fine. But flat shooting, accurate, very soft. The operations of this, the magazine release is nice and solid. Slide lock, slide release, easy to manipulate. The safety, very sure. The slide manipulations, very easy to manipulate from any angle. It doesn't matter. My wife really liked that as well. The texturing right here is just enough to give it a good grip but not go overboard. Everything, the relief in the back is just good enough. There's no issues. I don't have any issues. I put a little light on the front for a little bit and shot it. No stoppages with the light on, nothing like that. Everything is just nice and smooth. That's kind of my term for this gun, is it's smooth. It's very smooth, and it's surprising for a $250 gun. It just surprises the heck out of me. I think Taurus hit a home run with this. Now, with that said, for those of you watching, if you've had bad experiences with this gun, please make sure you put it in the comment section and let people know what it is. Because my review is going to be very good. I'm going to recommend this thing based off of this one right here. That recommendation may change a little bit if I get another one. If that one turns out to be total crap, then I may do an update video, but I highly doubt it. Looking at the internals of this and going off of other reviews of this gun from other people, this looks like a home run. But if you've had bad stuff in regards to the Taurus G3, and I'm not talking about comments saying, hey, I heard from a friend of a friend that you don't buy Taurus and they're crap and da-da-da-da. If you actually have had bad experience or you've seen some bad experiences with this, feel free to share it in the comment section. So that way anybody can read and they can make up their own opinion and, you know, kind of go from there. But I'm going to recommend the thing. I mean, a high point these days, if you get a 9mm high point, that's single stack, 8-round capacity, you're looking at about $150-ish in my area. This is $250. So you just don't drink for a little bit. Save your money from your night outs at the bar if you do that sort of thing, or save your fast food money for a little bit. An extra $100 instead of getting a high point, get this thing. I mean, for crying out loud. I'm really surprised. This is what I like to see in the gun industry. All right, I know I don't get super excited on my videos. You guys probably noticed that. But this is what I want to see. I want to see inexpensive stuff that works. Because everybody needs to have self-defense, and not everybody can afford $500, $600, $700, whatever dollar guns. This is what I want to see, okay? So, more to follow on this. Like I said, I plan on getting another one at some point. We'll see when that is. Not exactly sure yet. So, enough yammering out of me. Just feel free, again, to leave your inputs on this thing. I haven't looked too much at the aftermarket for this gun, you know, but I assume it's going to get more and more. It doesn't need a whole lot, in my opinion. I would think maybe some different magazine options. And I know I said I was done talking, but I will say one thing right here. This I don't like. I don't know why magazines do this. I don't like that. I really don't like that. That's wonky to me. So it's not a big deal. It's just kind of it's a thing for me that I don't really like, but you know, you can put some glue in there and it'll stay there. But I prefer something else. If you're gonna fill in the space here and make it flush fit, I prefer something that's actually the base plate itself that goes around, kind of like how Car Arms does their extended magazines or whatnot. Or just get a 15-round magazine that flush fits with this, which one comes with the gun and it's a flush fit, and then just, you know, do a extended base plate offering with a extra power spring. You know, that's always a good option, I think, if you want to run extended. So that's just me. This is kind of a wonky thing. I never did like it. And oh, in case you're wondering, Fiocchi 115 grain. Simple. I have the magazine loaded, but no worries. Safety guys and gals, there's no round in the chamber. But these are pretty good, inexpensive ammo. They're not the best out there. Fiocchi's kind of a lower grade. But I just have a surplus of this stuff, so I just kind of have it in the gun. What else before I sign off? There's really not much else to talk about on this thing. As far as magwell and little stuff like that, it works just fine. I mean, it's pretty much what you expect on there. I haven't experienced any slide bite. You can see right there the slide contour is very close. Bore axis is nice and low. So I haven't experienced any slide bite or anything while shooting this, which is good because I got kind of chunky hands, chunky fingers, all that good stuff. And that was kind of a concern of mine. I said, well, on some of these guns, sometimes Glocks and stuff like that will leave little marks on the web of my hand right here. But it doesn't. None whatsoever. Let's see, any additional points. The ejection was nice and consistent, even with the cheap stuff. The ammo that I used cheap, like the aluminum cased 115 grain bottom of the barrel 9mm, and I did that for a reason. If you're going to buy a cheap gun, in my opinion, it should be able to function with the cheap ammo. Those two it's kind of like bacon and eggs, peanut butter and jelly, okay? Because usually people that are buying these guns, they have a limited budget, and they just can't say, well, I'm going to spend $250 on the gun and then another $500 on ammo. They just don't do that. So having cheap practice ammo and being able to function with that practice ammo is a must. Now, I'm not saying go chintzy on the self-defense ammo. Find some good hollow points. I recommend Federal. Federal has a lot of good stuff. Spear as well. Hornady has some good stuff. I may pick up some Hornadies and run those through this. We'll see what happens. But in any case, a nice, clean ejection with the cheap crap, and that tells me a lot. So anyway, I'm yammering. I've gone over 10 minutes again. Feel free to leave comments, truthful comments. If you hate the gun and you've had bad experiences, feel free to leave that in there as well. And if you've loved the gun, like I do, then feel free to leave that in there too. Thanks a lot for watching as always, and keep it safe out there.